Welcome to Behind the Vegas Curtain, where we explore the life and times of Las Vegas entertainers. Let's see what they're up to now. Presenting Chris Tuly.
Thank you, Carmine, for that great introduction. What a wonderful guy. All right, here's what's going to happen. I'm taking you guys back to 1955. I'm taking you back to a time where it was an easier, mellow time. And you're going to listen to some songs and you're going to say, oh, I remember that song. And for the ladies out there, you're going to say, oh, I remember I was going with Tommy back then, because the ladies are so romantic. They're romanticists. And gentlemen, you're just as romantic, because you're gonna say, when that song was popular, I had a 54 Chevy convertible. So everybody's gonna be romantic today. See if you remember some of these oldies, but goodies. You don't remember me, but I remember you. Was not so long ago, you broke my heart in two with tears on my pillow, pain in my heart caused by you. If we could start anew, I wouldn't hesitate. I'll gladly take you back and kiss the hand of fate with tears on my pillow, pain in my heart caused by you. I hope some of you out there can remember a gentleman by the name of Sam Cooke. What a great singer. And he had, darling, you send me. I know that you send me. I know you send me. Honest you do, honest you do, honest you do. Whoa, oh, Sam Cooke, who could forget it? Yeah. Now I'm gonna do a song that usually causes some audience participation, and if you're back home and you want to sing a little bit, sing along with me. I'll show you what I mean. Took a walk and past your house late last night. Late last night. All the shades were pulled and drawn way down tight. Way down tight. From within a dim light cast two silhouettes on the shade. Oh, what a lovely couple they made. He put his arms around your waist, held you tight, held you tight. Kisses I could almost taste in the night, in the night. Wondering why I'm not the guy who silhouettes on the shade all of our day. Two silhouettes on, many a tear has to fall, but it's all in the game. All in the wonderful game that you know is love. Now I'm sure some of you might remember the American Bandstand with Dick Clark. Who doesn't? Well, Dick Clark went up to Canada and he found this young kid. He was 16 years old. He said, listen, you come to the States, I'll make you a star. And he did. He plays the strip. He's written some gorgeous, gorgeous songs. That gentleman's name is Paul Anka. anything. Yes, I would do anything for your love. The year is 1959. They said it was the night rock and roll died. There was the fatal plane crash of the Big Bopper, Buddy Holly, and this next gentleman. His name was Ritchie Valens. See if you remember this. I had a girl, and Donna was her name. Since she left me, I've never been the same. But I love my girl, Donna. Oh, where can you be? Here's one. What's your name? Is it Mary or Sue? What's your name? Do I stand a chance with you? It's so hard to find a personality with charms like yours for me. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. The McGuire sisters, oh, they were around forever. They were on every talk show, every major show, and their big, big, big hit was this next song. Sincerely, oh, you know how I love you. I'd do anything for you. Please say you'll be mine. This next song is a staple. Everybody in show business has recorded this song at one time or another, especially in the 50s and 60s. See if you remember. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Good night, my love. Pleasant dreams and sleep tight, my love. May tomorrow be sunny and bright, and bring you closer to me. Now this next song is not from the 50s, but it's from a movie about the 50s. And I know everybody has seen the movie Grease. Well, this song, I was singing one night in a nightclub, and a gentleman come running up to the stage, grabbed the microphone out of my hand, and he said, if anybody's gonna sing this song, it's gonna be me. I said, ladies and gentlemen, Frankie Avalon. Oh yeah, what a night that was. But this is the song, see if you remember. Beauty school dropout, no graduation day for you. Beauty school dropout, you took a test and flunked shampoo. What a crazy song. Ah, I love that. All right. Here's another one. Now this song should win the Academy Award, a Tony, all the awards on television for the lyrics. I want you to listen carefully to the lyrics because they're very, very special, very intricate. Are you ready? Cherry, cherry pie. Cherry, cherry pie. Cherry, cherry pie. Cherry, cherry pie. That's the whole song. And I, like a fool, went out and bought the 45. I can't believe it, but I did it. Yeah, I did. I hope you remembered some of these songs, and it brought back some decent and good memories for you. I got one more for you. See if you recognize this. Though
to Vegas Beyond the Strip. This is the show where we pull back the curtain of famous people who have worked in Las Vegas. We want to get to the nut of what's going on. And I have a special guest today, Chris Tuly. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
Now, I have to ask you, where were you born?
I was born in Chicago, Illinois.
Me too.
You?
Yes.
Good
yes.
for you.
I bet you were the north side.
I was the north side.
I was the south side. But then it was a wonderful place.
Oh, it was fun growing up in Chicago.
It certainly was. And the music, too. But now you're in Chicago. You went somewhere from Chicago because you met the love of your life there.
I did. 51 years we're married.
Wow.
51
That's
years.
got to be a record.
I was on the road, and I was playing in Ohio, and I met this cute, cute little thing. And we fell in love.
And that's the story. Now, you say you were on the road.
Yes.
Who were you on the road with?
Oh, at that time, I was on the road with my own band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. And we were in a place just outside of Cleveland, and I hate this story, but I'm going to tell it to you anyways.
Okay.
She walked in and looked on the stage and told her girlfriends, "Look at that drummer." And they said, "Yes." She said, "I'm going to marry that guy someday."
She knew that.
I guess.
Well, now you brought something up.
Okay.
You're a drummer,
Yeah,
but today you're a singer.
that's correct.
All right, so let's get into the nucleus of it. When did you learn to drum?
I was in 7th or 8th grade, and I just started playing. I had a thing called rheumatic fever, and my father brought home my cousin's set of drums, and we put them in the basement, and I took a little transistor radio, and I put a radio on a board by the stairway in the basement, and I'd turn it up as loud as I could, and I tried to play with every song that came on the radio. And that year, this is after I got better, of course, but that year, I spent the entire year in that basement. I drove my family nuts.
So do you read music?
Oh, yeah, I do now. I didn't then.
Uh-huh.
No, I just played by ear whatever was on the radio. You know, there were a lot of Four Seasons, and the Beatles were on, and so on and so forth. And I'd play and play and play till 9 o'clock at night. I'd go up for dinner and come back down and play some more.
When did you transition into a professional?
It was somewhere in high school. These two guys came over to my house, and they said, "We understand you're a drummer." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Can we audition you?" And they brought their acoustic guitars. And they went down in the basement, and they said, "All right, we're going to do this song." And they played it song. And the one looked at the other and said, "Look, we didn't have to tell them how to play that. Look at, you know." Next thing I know, I'm a drummer, and I'm working all over the city of Chicago.
That's incredible. Now, how did you transition into a singer?
In that band, I would sing backup, and the leader of the band, he was the guy that he had to be out in front, and he had to sing, and he had to do this, and he had to do that. And I just sit in the back, and at first I started singing without a microphone. And then he said one day, "You know, that harmony was pretty nice. You want to do the harmony in the song?" And I said, "Of course, you know." So I started singing harmony. Then after that, it progressed to I got to sing a song. He didn't let me sing a whole bunch of songs, but he did let me sing a few songs, and it just took off from there.
You sound like a real easygoing guy.
You can ask my wife. I'm not.
So you had your own band.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
I went on the road, and we had a great time. We did very well. And then we came to Las Vegas. And while in Las Vegas, I met some people, and it just turned into a career, that's all. You know, simple as that. It's not an interesting, fancy story. It just, right place, right time. Let me put it to you that way.
And
you
who
know?
are some of the people that you played with?
I've played with Tom Jones. I played with Charo. I played with, let me see, the comedian Toady Fields.
Oh, Heart Be Still.
Yeah, Toady Fields was great. Can I tell you a little story about
Please
Toady?
do.
Every comedian always works with the curtain closed. Now, the reason they do that is because the musicians in the orchestra have heard the jokes 200 times. So we just sit there like this. Okay? But Toady Fields did the first half hour of her show with the curtain open, every show, and made us laugh as well as the audience.
Oh, my God.
Now, that takes a talent. And I'm talking, and back then we were doing 2 shows again. So she'd come out at 7 o'clock, half hour, make us laugh, and she'd come out at 11:30 or 12 o'clock, make us laugh again, you know, with different material.
Really?
Oh, she was really something. So then she hired a little person, and she would go to stage right. Now, if you can picture this, she'd go to stage right, and she'd grab the curtain, and she'd walk to the center of the stage holding the curtain, and she'd let the curtain go, and she was doing a song, Me and My Shadow, and she'd have the little person dressed exactly like her with the wig, and there they were walking together. Okay? Yeah, it's funny, you haven't even seen it, and you're laughing. And then the curtain would close, and she'd go into her regular stuff. And it was a really fun show.
I was really saddened when she passed.
Yeah, she had diabetes really bad, and she lost her leg to it, and her career ended, but she was really something. And her husband was the musical director.
So how many years did you work with her?
Oh, it wasn't years. It was maybe a year. Maybe.
How long were you with Tom Jones?
I was with Tom Jones almost 3 years, on and off.
Wow.
He'd go do something out of the States, and I didn't go, nor did I want to go. And then he'd come back, and then we'd pick it up again, and it was on and off, you know. But Charo, let me tell you a story about Charo.
I'd love to hear it.
Okay. Charo made us wear these sleeves. Now, the sleeves, if you can picture a small ballerina-like thing, I don't know what you call it.
Like a tutu.
Like ruffles. Those, you know, yeah, that's the material it was. And it was green, orange, blue, and red, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And she'd make us, everybody had to wear a white shirt, and then we'd put these sleeves on, and so we all looked like conga players, basically, you know. And I would keep my crash cymbal on this side, and so we'd be playing, and she did a lot of Latin music. By the way, she's an unbelievable flamenco guitarist.
I know it.
She's just great, and she can do Malagueña standing on her head, and it really is good. But anyways, so I'm playing, and every time I go to the crash cymbal, that boom, right in the nose, and oh, God. It was terrible. But I did it, and it was fun.
Well, I'm a big fan of Love Boat. I still watch it every day.
Yeah.
And she was on it many times.
Yes, she was.
They loved her on it, and I am a Facebook buddy with her today.
Really?
Yes.
Well.
And she looks as good as she did back then.
From what I'm told, she has a restaurant in Hawaii.
Oh.
That's what I'm told. She owns a restaurant in Hawaii somewhere on one of the islands, but I don't know if that's a fact.
Now, let's come to the present.
Okay.
You live in Ohio, but you are here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
And you are everywhere. Everyone, every entertainer has you come up because you are a magnificent talent.
Well, thank you very much.
But what are you doing here?
My wife and I started coming here when we were 19 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, of course, I was playing with this guy and that guy and this girl and that girl and so on and so forth. And we just fell in love with Las Vegas. We just absolutely fell in love. So I don't know how many years ago this was, maybe 10, 12 years ago. We were at the Celine Dion show.
Oh.
And I said, she was sponsored by Chrysler, and this Chrysler has a special car called a Crossfire. And
I love that car.
It's a nice car. Well, I'll finish the story. I told her, I said, it was on a big screen, and I told her, I said, listen, I said, someday, honey, I said, I'm gonna buy us a house, and I'm gonna put one of those cars in the garage. And she said, I can't wait for that. She says, if you're gonna do it, she says, I'm all for it. So, we bought the house out here.
Oh.
Yeah, we live out here part-time.
Wonderful.
We live up in Summerlin.
Uh-huh.
And so we bought the house, everything was fine. We go back to Ohio because we go back and forth a lot. And she got a hold of me one morning and said, there's a guy down the street, not too far, he's got a Crossfire for sale. We went over there. It was fire engine red, which she loves red cars. Fire engine red, and in a barn. The guy had a big barn on the side of his house. We bought the car, jumped in it, filled the back as much as we could. That's a small car.
Yes, it is.
And off to Vegas we went, and it's sitting outside as we speak.
Oh, my God. What a great story.
Well, it really worked for us, and we couldn't be happier.
But when you came here in the early days, you were playing drums.
Yeah.
Now you are a fabulous singer.
Well, thank
when
you.
did that transition happen?
In that band that I was talking about.
Yes, but that was just backup stuff.
Yeah.
How did you come forward out to the middle of the stage and have that stage presence? And I mean, you capture an entire audience.
Wow.
I mean it. I am not blowing smoke up your skirt.
Okay, here's how it all worked as far as Vegas is concerned. So I always told my wife, I said, listen, I said, someday I want to get out from behind this drum stool, and I'd like to be in front of an orchestra or a band or whatever. So we came to Vegas, I don't know how many years ago, maybe 15 years ago, and we went to a place called the Tap House.
Yes.
We were at the Tap House, and they brought people up all the time, out of the audience. So I was really enjoying the show and so on and so forth. So my wife decided to tell the MC, Mark Giove, excuse me, sir, my husband sings. Oh, he does he? She said, yeah. So they started at 7 and I think ended at 11. So about 10 minutes to 11, they called me up because he had no idea what I was going to do or who I did. I went up, I sang my thing. The 15 or 18 people that were left in the place stood up and applauded. We went back the next Monday. I was on first. That started it all.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is incredible that you had that much, well, I guess you would have that much gumption from being on big stages with big entertainers, that you could go into a bar and stand center stage. But I have to say, I have enjoyed you in so many places.
Thank you.
I am thrilled to have you, and I thank you so much for giving us your wonderful medley.
It's been my pleasure.
Thank you.
It really has.
This is Sam Shockley and Vegas Beyond the Strip with Chris Tuly.
Say the neon lights are bright on Broadway. They say there's always magic in the air. When you're walking down the street, you ain't had enough to eat. Better of those lights, and you're nowhere. Say that girls are something else. but looking at them just gives me the blues. How you gonna make some time when all you got is one thin dime? And one thin dime won't even shine your shoes. Steven. I won't last too long on Broadway. I'll catch a Greyhound bus for home, they all say. They're dead wrong, I know they are, 'cause I can play that guitar, and I won't quit till I'm a star on Broadway. I'll be a big, big, big man. So listen to me, won't you? Everybody gonna see me, yeah. My name will be in lights, and I'll work it out tonight on Broadway. On Broadway.
Thank you for watching Behind the Vegas Curtain. See you soon.